So hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Alam niyo, maybe for the past 2 months, especially last month, yung Conservative Party, of course, as expected rin, tuloy-tuloy no, yung pag-criticize sa immigration policy ng liberal. Sa gitna ng ongoing paghihigpit ng policies tungkol sa mga temporary residents, sa pagtanggap ng mga newcomers. Ang sinasabi po ng conservatives, na kahit pa sinasabi ng mga liberal na naghihigpit na sila, hindi naman po yan nararamdaman on the ground. They claim that there are still more people coming in than leaving. That is why, for example, I will share with you this soundbite from conservative leader Pierre Poilievre na nagsasabing kailangan talaga ng hard caps daw on immigration. And at the same time, nanawagan siya na talagang kailangan tiyakin na mas marami ang umaalis kaysa sa dumadating. Sige, let us play that soundbite for you.
We have millions of people whose permits will expire over the next couple of years, and many of them will leave. We need to ensure that more leave than come in over the next couple of years while we catch up. Well, housing, healthcare, and jobs can catch up. We've had population growth of roughly 1 million a year under the Liberals, while we barely build 200,000 homes. Our job market is stalled, and yet we're adding more people to the workforce. Our young people are facing generational highs in unemployment because the multinational corporations are giving jobs to low-wage temporary foreign workers, and that ultimately leave our young people without opportunities. Our country is divided, and we're not able to integrate people at this pace. So in order to fix the problem, we need to put very hard caps on immigration levels. We need more people leaving than coming for the next couple of years. And so our country can actually catch up. Our immigration policy should invite the right people in the right numbers in a way that puts Canada and Canadians first.
Okay. Hindi pa siya nagtapos dyan, ano? Ito, mas recent itong post niya on his X account. Posted lang, a week ago, August 25. Ito po ang kanyang sinabi. Ayan. The Carney Liberals said they would cap temporary foreign workers at 82,000 for all of 2025. And halfway through the year daw, no, sabi niya dito, 105,000 na ang dumarating, mga newcomers daw sa Canada. Ito po yung kanyang graphic. So, yan. 2025 temporary foreign workers target. Pero, ito na nga, yung work permits issued in the first 6 months of 2025, 105,000. Balikan natin guys yung sinasabi niya dun sa kanyang video. Ang panawagan niya ay hard caps on immigration and also making sure that more people are leaving than arriving. He claims, basically, he is implying na both are not happening. Hindi natin nakikita yan. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? Because that is what we are going to discuss today. I will share with you an article sa Globe and Mail saying na, hoy, sabi dito, no, Mr. Poilievre, okay lang na i-criticize yung immigration program, pero sabi nila, no, hindi na raw dagsa ngayon ang mga newcomers sa Canada tulad ng kanyang ini-imply. Let me show you this article. Ang sabi dito, the Globe and Mail published, ito lang, September 1. Sabi, there is no flood of newcomers anymore, Mr. Poilievre. This is an opinion column sa the Globe and Mail by Mr. Campbell Clark. Ayan. Canada's population has stopped growing. Yan po. At may batayan tong sinasabi. First sentence pa lang ito, no? Ng article. May batayan po yan. Ito, no? I will show you statistics from Statistics Canada. Ito yan, no? Saying that in the first quarter of 2025, there was almost no increase in the population size of Canada during the first quarter of 2025. Okay, sabi dito, from January 1 to April 1, the population increased by 20,107. Anong percent yan? Ito po, 0%. Okay, dahil siguro sa liit ng number, no guys, yeah, it's negligible. Kumbaga, 0%. Sige, balikan natin yung article ng The Globe and Mail. Yun ang una niyang sentence, ano? Sabi dito, that's an important point to remember when you hear conservative leader Pierre Poilievre complain that immigration is out of control and people are pouring into the country. So as always, ang tanong ko po sa inyo, saan kayo mas naniniwala based on your observations in your respective communities? Mas marami po ba talaga pa rin ang dumarating na bago kesa sa umaalis? Okay, yun lang naman. Simple lang naman ang ating discussion. Ano? So let's proceed with this article. Sabi dito, for a while, that was true. Na yes, dumadagsan, no? Talagang tuloy-tuloy yung pagdagsan ng mga newcomers sa Canada. The number of international students and temporary foreign workers boomed in the years immediately after the COVID-19 lockdowns, when the Liberal government of then Prime Minister Justin Trudeau made one of the biggest public policy failures in decades. So this article is not praising naman, no? The Liberals. Sinasabi nila na, oo, marami rin talagang pagkakamali ang Liberal Party noon na maaring sila ang dahilan kung bakit sumobra-sobra ang mga dumating na tao sa Canada, pero hindi dapat, kumbaga, ipagkaila na right now, the trend, kumbaga, they're fixing the problem that was created. Parang ganon ang sinasabi ng article na to. Now, sabi dito, net immigration is pretty much zero. So when Mr. Poilievre declared last week that the numbers of new temporary residents coming to Canada are out of control, he was way off base and a couple of years too late. Do you agree with this? Do you agree with this? Tama ba na tuloy yung pagbatikos ng Conservative Party sa immigration policy ng Canada to the extent na sinasabing dumadami pa rin ang mga newcomers? Okay? Ayan, sabi dito, there are plenty of things still wrong with Canada's immigration system, but the problem is no longer about the number of people coming into the country. It is about how people are being recruited to come to Canada and not how many. Ako guys, ito ang, pareho kami ng sentimiento, itong paragraph na yan. Yan din para sa akin na dapat mas pagtuunan ng pansin sa mga panahon ngayon. Kasi ako, based on the stories that I have been receiving from your emails, from the comment section, marami po talagang problemado at marami talaga napipilitan na pong umalis. Okay, that is from my experience and I want to hear from you, from your circle of friends. For example, your workplace. Yan din po ba ang nakikita ninyo? Ako, apart from, ito na nga, nakikita natin maraming umaalis sa observations ko, no? Kailangan din mag-focus ngayon sa kung paano ma-attract ng Canada ang quality workers. Okay, keep them here and since tuloy-tuloy pa rin naman po ang pagtanggap, only on a more sustainable lower level, kailangan, no, maging stricto ang Canada sa mga applicants sa papasok. Come on, di ba? Learn lessons from the past. Okay, of past mistakes. Sabi po ng article na ito, baka daw po si Mr. Poilievre ay nakikisabay lang doon sa sentimiento, growing sentiment, parang kumbaga against mass immigration. Kaya raw po siya nag-iingay pa rin hanggang ngayon. Pero sabi dito, but there is no massive influx now and Canada's population is not growing. Okay. So yun, sige, yun na yung summary ng article na ito, no? And I will share with you another article supporting itong sinasabi na wala na pong flooding of newcomers in Canada. Sorry, pero bago pala natin iwanan tong article na to, in-address din nito yung sinasabing, kumbaga na-exceed na yung target for 2025. Yung pinakita ko po kanina sa inyo na graphics. Sabi ng article, Mr. Poilievre's statement said that 105,000 new temporary foreign workers had come in the first half of 2025 when the government had only set a target of 82,000. But, sabi dito, yung 105,000 figure daw included work permit renewals. So IRCC reported ang talagang new arrivals lang ay 33,722. Okay, work permit renewals, ibig sabihin nandito na po 'tong mga workers na to, they are not necessarily new arrivals. 'Di ba? Nag-renew lang po sila ng work permit, hindi po ito bagong tao. Okay? Dito nakasulat po 33,722. Sa totoo lang yung new arrivals numbers, parang pabago-bago. Depende kung anong article ang pagbabatayan ko. Pero ngayon, ang pagbatayan po natin, sige, mismo ang IRCC data. Meron po silang nirelease, no? This table. Ayan. Estimates of the components of international migration quarterly. Nako, pero tingnan nyo naman, no? Ang hirap intindihin. Pero huwag kayong mag-alala. Pinasummarize ko ito sa ChatGPT. This tackles immigrants, okay, yung mga dumarating dito, and emigrants, yung mga umaalis. Okay, pinasummarize ko ito sa ChatGPT, pero sa totoo lang, nasummarize na rin naman po ng ilang reports, katulad nito. Yan, tong Narcity, Canada. Canadians are leaving the country in droves, and one province is leading the exit. Hulaan ninyo, anong probinsya yan? Last month pa po ito pinost, no? Yan, June 6, 2020. Ay, hindi pala last month. Oh. A few months ago pa, June 6, 2025. Sabi po dito, more Canadians left the country last year than in any other year since the mid-60s. And one province stood out above the rest. Sasabihin ko na sa inyo kung ano. Yan po ay ang probinsya ng Ontario. Yan. The trend has been building over the past few years, but 2024 took emigration from Canada to a whole new level. Emigration, ibig sabihin yung mga umaalis po ng Canada. According to the latest data from Statistics Canada, ito na po yung summary din nung chart na pinakita ko po sa inyo kanina. 106,134 people left the country in 2024, marking a 3% increase from 2023. And the highest number of departures in nearly 6 decades. The last time and the only time we saw numbers higher than this was way back in 1967. Puntahan natin kung saan nanggagaling yung mga umaalis. Sabi dito, Ontario leads the exodus, accounting for nearly half, 48% umaalis ay from Ontario. That means that nearly 51,000 Ontarians packed their bags last year, more than all of Quebec, BC, and Alberta combined. Okay. Meanwhile, ang sunod na may pinakamaraming umalis daw ay mga nasa BC. BC had the second highest number of departures at just under 20,000, a surprisingly high figure given that Quebec, which has nearly twice the population, only saw around 13,500 people leave. Okay, interesting. Meron pong na-miss itong mga summary ng reports na naibigay sa akin si ChatGPT, by the way. Ang sabi po ni ChatGPT, tama. Okay? 106,000 plus ang umalis ng Canada in 2024. Pero according to ChatGPT na sinamarize po yung data na sinend ko sa kanya, no, from Statistics Canada, a big chunk of those people actually returned to Canada. Okay? So ang figure lang po talaga na total loss, yung talagang tuluyang umalis, hindi po bumalik, according to ChatGPT, total net emigration ay 50,170. 50,170. Yun. Kasi doon po sa 106,000 plus, 55,000, almost 56,000 ang bumalik din sa Canada. Okay? So anyway, these figures sa totoo lang nakaka-confuse, I know. But ang gusto ko lang naman po talaga rin na pag-usapan at mahingi ng opinion sa inyo, as always, is what do you think about this? Tama ba? May point ba tong article na isa Yung from the Globe and Mail saying that Mr. Poliev is not being accurate when he says that tuloy pa rin yung pagdagsa ng mga tao dito sa Canada, ng mga newcomers to Canada. Is that what you are seeing in your respective communities? Nabanggit ko na po yung on my end, from the stories that I hear from you guys. Yun lang naman. I look forward to your inputs in the comment section. See you guys in the next one. Bye!